Guys, Deluded Laguna. Now, there's been a bag of signings, a bag of different clubs for people to be excited about. Some signings have hit the ground running, some need times to adapt. Some signings, like I said, have grabbed more headlines, but one player that hasn't grabbed any headlines and it's gone under the radar, he really shouldn't have signed for Southampton, and they punched above their weight in that regards. No disrespect, because he could have joined a higher caliber club. Lemina, 24 years of age. I didn't watch the game versus United, but my United friends that did, giving me a glowing scouting report and said he was the best player for Southampton, and he almost gave their midfield problems. So yeah, he had a fantastic game against them. For me, he was fantastic against I believe it was they played West Ham a few weeks ago. So he was decent against Watford. So yeah, he's hit the ground running, and he's a player I do like a lot, and I've been following him since before he moved to Juventus. So yeah, I don't know really where to start, and I'm doing this very off the cuff, to be honest with you guys. But he is a decent player. Like I said, he's a player I've watched a lot. He can regain and retain possession. They're probably his biggest strengths. He's got an engine, so he can cover a lot of ground, and that goes back into regaining possession. He covers a lot of ground, so that means he runs a lot. So that means he's not afraid to put in the shift. He's strong in the challenge. He's committed in the challenge. You see some footballers, they're very half-hearted and things like that. He's a decent athlete, like I said. He's a hard worker, good technical quality. He's a good passer. The only problems I have with him is his temperament to a degree, and at times his lack of concentration. Because he can switch off at times and let things pass him or things like that. And when you're playing in the Premier League, it is a game of fine margins. One switch off of concentration, your team could lose 3 points, and that's your manager out of a job, and that could be you lot in the Championship. So he is a player I like a lot. Personally, I've seen him from the real time I took any real heed of him. I was aware of him when he came through at Lorient, but I don't treat it like that. I really saw a bit of him when he played for Marseille. I think it was 2012 or so to make either 2012 to 13 or 2013 to 14. One of them. He was playing under is it Belisa? I cannot say the manager's name right. He was actually playing at centre half a couple of times. I watched him as well. I don't think he featured that many times for them, but yeah, he's a decent. He was a decent player. And obviously, he went to Juventus. Very much a bit part player at Juventus. Like you're going to be at these big clubs unless you're a super talent. Restricted in terms to appearances. He only made 42 appearances there. Of course, he won everything there, but yeah, you want to be playing more. Like I said, anything is going to be a step down from the Juventus, the Bayern Munichs, etc. But I really did believe that if you're going from Juventus, he could have played for us. I believe, admittedly, I would have liked to explore other options. And if I personally was given the chance to sign him and I was the one to say yes or no, I'd probably pass it up and move like Wenger and Diva. He could have played for Liverpool. Probably could have got a space at United. There was a couple Spurs he can definitely get into that starting lineup or whatever, or in and around the side. So yeah, he might not be the best. Out of 10, I'd give him a 6. It's a calm player. It's not the end of the world if you miss out on him, but he is a player that Southampton have done real well, and I believe they're punching above their weight. Now, of course, it's early days, and he's settling in, and he looks good, but the Prem is a marathon, not a sprint. You need to remain consistent, and the consistency levels have to be high, because there's no winter break and all them sort of things, and every game is very much high pace and takes a lot out of you. So it's early days. It's so far so good, but he might be one of the signings of the seasons, to be honest. To be honest with you, and when I say that, I don't want any of you trolls saying, "Oh, Deluded Laguna said he's the signing of the season." I don't mean it in the he's the best signing. I mean in the sense that Southampton punched above their weight. He's added consistency. He's competent, and he's standing up to be counted for them in big games like away to United. So yeah, he's only got 5 career goals. He plays defensive mid, or his talents are not really there, so you can forgive him for that. Personally, I believe a player that's as intelligent as him should have more than 10 goals. But like I said, he's not a defensive mid, so there's nothing he could do about him. Nothing he could do about that. But yeah, this is somewhat, I don't want to say it's finally a team that gives him a platform to play consistently week in, week out, because he has had that, but at the same time, he hasn't. But yeah, what do you guys think? Personally, he's going to be in my, I'm just going to say it now. I don't know when I'm going to release this, but whenever it is, he's going to be in my team of the week. I hope he's in you guys' ones too. Any Southampton fans, if you've got an opinion of him or in general, get in the comments, subscribe to the thing already, and thank you very much for watching, basically, people, man. You lot make the difference. I'm out.